Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Winter's Mister, and this is Skyrim Mod Universe, Episode 3. Firstly, I have to apologize. This has been about 2 months since last time I just released a video or made a peep. So I have to apologize for that. I was gone for some time in the US. When I came home, everything was, down, and we were renovating the kitchen, and yeah, just all-around mess. But here I am, finally, and this video has taken me a week to produce because I started school again and things are just going crazy. But today we are going to talk about a... actually, we're just going to mention 3 mods this time. We're going up because first time I had 1 mod, and then I had 2 mods, and now I have 3. I don't think next one will be 4 mods though. Yeah, 3 mods is an okay number, especially when you have these kinds of mods that I have here. So as we go through some cinematic shots of Riverwood, beautiful village, that place. But I'm just going to talk about the 2 first mods I'm going to show you. They kind of hangs in together. They both sort of the same theme. The third one it is the same theme if you look at it like that, but it's still a little bit different. And yeah, it's just so it is, all of them are armor mods, and they do. Again, this is the subject of fixing some small issues with the vanilla game of Skyrim. And what you would see is that a lot of the armors are designed to look like Nordic armors, which is cool. I like that sort of northern look. It's just that, yeah, all these armors that supposed to look northern, they don't have sleeves. They don't have, if you're up there in 30 degrees minus Celsius, it's cold. It's goddamn cold. And Nord or not, it's going to be cold, and it's going to freeze your ass off. So, and you say, well, Nords, they're resistant to frost. Well, there's also a bunch of other races that come from hotter places. Well, so you can already guess from my random rambling that the next mod, or the mods I'm going to cover today, fixes this issue. And they do this quite elegant, both of them. They do 2 different approaches. And the first mod is called alternate scale armor. And as we go through this beautiful logs, but here we have the vanilla scale armor. It is a pretty okay armor. It's got that huge monstrous thing on it, but yeah, it's just that it doesn't have any sleeves. Look at it. It doesn't have any sleeves. You're gonna freeze your ass off. Also, the legs are bare. It means that you're gonna get cold. Now, this mod adds a total new armor set to the game, which is basically just called scale armor. And as you can see here, a lot more fur has been added. A lot more, you have sleeves, and you have much more protection, not just against your enemy's armor, but also against the cold. Now, you might see that there's some braces with the armor. That is actually just the leather armor that comes with the vanilla Skyrim. So, it's only the torso that is new. But this is a brilliant idea that you can... look at it. It's just beautiful. Now the textures, I'm using Amidianborn textures for all my armors, all the armors that are available, and I love that texture pack. I'm gonna cover that later. But so my scale armor looks a little bit better than the alternate scale armor because it is sort of vanilla textures. But I love the look, and I much prefer the alternate scale armor just because it looks so good. It's just so fantastic, and it is realistic. It is sort of, I live in a northern country, and in midwinter, it is dead cold. You can throw a cup of hot coffee outside, and it will instantly freeze mid-air. And that's actually true. That's not just some bollocks nonsense I come out of my mouth right now. It is actually true in some parts of Norway. But yeah, you have no idea why I was laughing there. Well, anyway, just ignore my strange nature. But I just say that, yeah, this armor does come with a chainmail version, so you can have both, or just a chainmail version, or just the original version. But I do like the The chainmail gives a little bit more armor, and in general, it looks so good. It looks really awesome, actually. It is really awesome. So I like this, that mod authors have sort of decided to, well, we see a problem with Skyrim, and we solve it. And the way you've done it here, it is just absolutely brilliant, because he's basically made not something that's overly cool, not something that's overly, you know, badass or something. He's just made it realistic. Because, you know, it's people, for example, from Hammerfell. Yeah, they come from a desert, and going out in the snow with scale armor, you know, with bare hands and bare legs, it's just gonna be freezing cold. So, unless you want your character to lose some legs because of frostbite, I would highly recommend you installing this mod. It is not a mod that has gotten that much attention on Nexus, and that's a problem I want to solve. So hopefully, if you watch this video, please go in and download this mod, because it is totally worth it. It is a brilliant mod. I do use the word brilliant a lot. I know this. I am guilty of charge, but still, I just gotta say it. It's just good. Yeah. It is good. And I like the chainmail version because it just feels, you know, it is more protective than the other one. You know, the other one is sort of, it's cool, but it's not that much protection. This one, you got a lot of protection. Hello, Feindal. So now that is one way of doing it. You know, adding or replacing an armor set with a new one. But there are other people who does the same thing, just a little bit differently. Not the same armor set, but they do it in a slightly different manner. And, you know, regarding what is the best manner, you know, I like both, basically. It's, because replacing something is really cool. And, you know, you get this new and freshness to Skyrim that Skyrim really needs. Because Skyrim is getting, you know, for a video game, it's getting old. And as long as people make new mods, both attractive to the guys who want just hentai, skinny armors, or if you want realistic armors, you know, yeah, and we need that freshness. So the next mod I am going to cover today is basically regarding the steel armor. Yeah, it is called sleeves to chain to steel armor, I think it is. God, I'm horrible. Anyway, as you can see here, it is goddamn cold. Going around Winterhold, you're gonna freeze to death. Solstar, you're gonna freeze to death. But if you wear this, as you can see here, you have added sleeves. I took away the bases to show you how it's, you know, made. In both the steel armor, as you can see here, and the steel cuirass with these big shoulder things. But what it adds the sleeves, and it also adds the some chainmail. Ignore Wildfire back there. He's a follower, and he just can't shut up. Anyway, you can see here the chainmail and the sleeves. It looks just so. Yeah, I'm gonna use different words. Some diversity. It looks gorgeous, basically. And yeah, gotta say. So I'm just gonna let you look at some shots here to see how this looks, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm just stunned by this. Yeah, wow. But basically, it just feels so much more realistic. Basically, you know, you're running around with with bare arms. It just doesn't work. This works. This works. It does work. You know, you can go around up in the north wearing these things. It is realistic, as I would call it. Definitely realistic. Much more realistic than the other bunkus things that you get with a vanilla game. But you know, it's for fantasy, and you gotta get in the compromise between realism and, you know, the fetish of hentai and, you know, skinny armors, and, you know, the illusions of barbaric awesomeness. Yeah, just skip that word. So here we've seen 2 armor sets that adds, does the same thing. They add new stuff. However, this next mod does something completely new. It is basically just to make an armor set look slightly cooler. And this is for you guys who've downloaded the DLC Dawnguard. This is the Dawnguard DLC armor, the heavy one. I'm not going to talk about the light one because, I'm not going to talk about it. So, we didn't mention it. This is the vanilla heavy Dawnguard armor. I can't remember if it was Dawnguard Heavy Armor or Heavy Dawnguard Armor. This is the new type, the new model. This is a replacer, obviously. And as you can see here, yeah, it's added chainmail, and I love chainmail. It just puts that, if you wonder what you're gonna have in the armor, put on chainmail because it looks cool. Just that dot over the eye just clicks in. This is really cool, and it adds more armor. It is a heavy armor, and it made out of some leather, some steel plates. But other than that, what's the protection? It's leather. No, it's gonna be heavy. So we want, just ignore Wildfire if you hear him in the background. But chainmail, it just adds that this is an armor piece. This is an armor where you can protect yourself. And I really love this piece. I really recommend you downloading this one. Now, I'm not sure if it is compatible with the numerous textures of the Dawnguard things out there, but just with this altercation, I'll drop any texture pack on this every time for this because this is just awesome. I love this to see how people, they develop things that this is not right. There's supposed to be a chainmail here. This is supposed to be heavy armor. And yeah, it's just all these 3 armor mods, although they're slightly different and do slightly different things, they're still in the same category. They changed what the vanilla armors have sort of what the vanilla game hasn't been able to deliver. Yeah, I was trying to, and failing, to make sort of like a cinematic, thoughtful thing. Yeah, you're just gonna ignore it. Yeah, anyway. So, go to the Nexus mods, download all these 3 armors. I guarantee you'll be satisfied. You will. I promise you, this is really good. Some good mods, and they're underrated. I think they should have a lot more focus around it on the Nexus because it's a brilliant piece of mods. You just absolutely. I'm talking. You guys probably not gonna be able to understand what I'm saying, but through all this rambling, what I'm basically saying is that go to Nexus mods or click on the links. Go there, click the download button, download into your game, see it, watch it, and I guarantee you'll be satisfied, and you'll use these armors. Yeah, I guarantee it. You're gonna hold me to that, aren't you? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. So that was these 3 armors. All of them, brilliant mods. Astonishing mods. They just, I think Skyrim should have a lot more of these mods that fixes these, it's not really a problem, just, for the sake of realism. Just, it should be this because no one would wander around with bare arms and bare feet, even though they have some imaginary cold resistance. They don't have resistance to cold, they have resistance to frost magic. At least that is what you get in the game. Now, Skyrim is a game where you can run around naked up in Winterhold, so yeah, but still, for the cause of realism, download these mods. Do that, and I'm sure you'll be happy. So that was me, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been Winter's Mister, and I hope you enjoyed these mods. All of them are for download at Nexus mods. Brilliant mods. Just go download them. We need more mods. If you're a mod author and you you have the skills to do this, do it. I urge you to do it, please, because we need these mods. We need to keep Skyrim fresh, and this is exactly what we need. We don't need any more hentai, skinny type armors. We need more of this. This is cool. I think it's cool. I think it's cool, yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, I've been with this mister. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment. I'm open for criticism, so if there's something, if I'm talking too fast, if I'm doing something wrong, if I think some of the scenes are too long, whatever it is, just tell me down in the comment section. I love to, please don't just say you're an ass, but say some, some constructive criticism. I'm open for that. If you think I'm brilliant, then please type that in. If you don't want to use the time to comment, just click the like button and click the subscribe button. I'm really happy if you do. And thank you so much for looking at this video, for watching this video. So I've been Winter's Mister, and this has been 3 Armor Mods. Thank you guys.